Hello. Thank you for allowing me this time to enlighten you on some ecosystem functions in our world. The audios in this video remind me of the interactions between the biotic and abiotic communities of our world's forests because I imagine this is what it would sound like with no human disturbances. It is important to incorporate indigenous knowledge and practices into our everyday lives to maintain stability within our ecosystems. I'm going to now tell the story of a great horned owl from the owl's perspective. This was my home. As a keystone species at the top of the food chain, it was pretty nice. What makes me, a great horned owl, a keystone species is my ability to hunt a wide array of prey, causing me to have a large effect on the entirety of the ecosystem I am a part of. All food chains start with the sun, the primary energy source, igniting all photosynthesis on the planet, enabling all plant life. Plants are considered primary producers, who get their energy from the primary energy source, being the sun. In order for primary consumers, like pollinators, to get their energy, they consume things like nectar from the primary producers, such as plants. Secondary consumers, like small birds and mice, eat primary consumers. I finally come into this food chain on top, as a tertiary consumer, consuming the secondary consumers and maintaining stability within this ecosystem. A fraction of energy in food chains is passed on from one level to the next. Since there is a loss of energy at each step, this limits the food chain's length. The length of food chains depends on the amount of energy captured by plants at the primary production level. Things were perfectly stable in our ecosystem, until one day when there were no more secondary consumers for me to consume. What was once what the two-eyed seeing principles would refer to as harmony with the environment became total anarchy. There was a bottom-up effect from the primary producers at lower trophic levels, causing a ripple effect known as a trophic cascade to affect me all the way at the top of the food chain. A common nutrient, known as nitrogen, may have been limited in the soil, causing the ripple. Plants need to take in nitrogen because nitrogen is essential for the production of different important proteins like amino acids. Since there was not enough prey on the mainland, I ventured away from the mainland in search of finding my realized niche elsewhere. While soaring above the open ocean, I remembered that colonization rates will be higher on nearby, larger islands, and that extinction rates will be higher on small, faraway islands. My search stopped when I found a large island that was close to the mainland. This island is part of Canada's boreal forest, also known as taiga. When I got to the island, it looked as if it was in the mid-succession stage of secondary succession. Secondary succession means that there must have been some disturbance, like a hurricane or a fire, that affected this island. Succession is driven by facilitation, competition, and dispersal. Facilitation refers to earlier species making it easier for later species to become established. Competition refers to later species outcompeting earlier species. And dispersal refers to competitively weaker species dispersing to recently available habitats. Trees typical of the mid-succession stage are fast-growth pioneer species like the white birch. The ponds on the island are oligotrophic, meaning they are nutrient limited, have low primary production, and therefore have short food chains. Since I am a top predator and the ecosystem is large, I will be stable living here, embracing the beauty and tranquility of this ecosystem. Eduoptimum represents the idea of using indigenous knowledge and Western knowledge. which will incorporate strengths from each to see the world in a balanced and inclusive way. Thank you for watching. I would like to acknowledge Dr. Allison Schmidt for assigning this assignment and my TA Shori for marking it.